Hello students, welcome to School Study. In today's video, I am going to explain you Chapter 15 of NCERT Science for class 9th and Chapter 1st of S-Chan Science for 9th class. So the name of the lesson is Improvements in Food Resources. We require food for energy to perform our day-to-day activity. It supplies nutrients such as proteins, vitamins, minerals, etc. to our body. It is the basic requirement of all living organisms. It protects our body from disease and provides us immunity. Green plants are autotrophs. Green plants are autotrophs as they make their own food. In fact, green plants perform a basic metabolic activity called photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, by using the energy of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water to produce carbohydrate, which is food for plant. For example, the green plant and some type of bacteria can synthesize inside their cell the high energy types of organic food such as sugar, starch, fats and protein from the simple, raw and low energy inorganic materials such as CO2, water and mineral salts from the surrounding habitat. Heterotrophs are also called consumers. Animals and human beings are heterotrophic as they depend on plants and other animals for food. Our country ranks second in population growth around the world with 1.04 billion people after China. In the next few years, our population rise to 1.343 billion. 241 million tons of grain is required per annum to feed such huge population. To meet the demands of Indian population, our scientists such as Swaminathan and Kurian adopted methods to increase food production in the past which helped India become self-reliant. So these revolutions include Green Revolution, Blue Revolution, White Revolution, Yellow Revolution and Golden Revolution. Green Revolution was for increasing grains, Blue Revolution was for increasing fish production, White Revolution was for increasing milk production, Yellow Revolution was for increasing oil production and Golden Revolution was for increasing pulse production. Now we will discuss about sustainable agriculture and organic farming. So first we will discuss about sustainable agriculture and advantages of sustainable agriculture, and later we will discuss about organic farming and the advantages of organic farming. So sustainable agriculture is farming in sustainable way, which means meeting society's present food and textile needs without compromising the ability for current or future generations to meet their needs. It can be based on an understanding of ecosystem services. The advantages of sustainable agriculture are: it replenishes natural resources like soil, water and air. It prevents pollution. It promotes opportunity in family farming and thus reduce cost. Biodiversity, as farms create different types of plants and animals. Now we are going to discuss about organic farming. It is the practice of raising crops without the use of manures, fertilizers and biopesticides. It includes almost no use of chemicals. It does not pollute soil, water or human health. So the advantages of organic farming are: it prevents pollution, farm waste are recycled, organic farming maintains soil health, it also maintains human health as it is free from pesticides and chemicals. In the next video, we will continue about Chapter 1st and NCERT Chapter 15, Improvement in Food Resources. Later we will learn about improvement in crop yield, manures and fertilizers, cropping patterns and animal husbandry. Thank you for watching and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.